Today I'm going to give you 5 things that girls do when they're flirting with you. Number 1 is they'll smile at you while you're talking. Now, if you're talking to a girl and she's sitting over here smiling at you, she's feeling something. And you can always test that out by being like, what you smiling at me for? And if she be like, boy, what? Like, ain't nobody even smiling at you. What you talking about? Yeah, you get it? Yeah. Number 2 is they'll pull their pants up in front of you. Now, if one girl can admit this, I'll be satisfied. You know how girls get all in front of you and they want to do all this right here, like... Then they want to lie and be like, oh no, my pants are just falling down, so I just had to pull it up. Like, girl, all this money for these wigs and these nails and these Chanel Sheen bags, and you telling me you can't afford a belt? Number 3 is they'll play in your hair. One thing about girls, they're not gonna go around playing in every boy hair unless they feel something. So if she's playing in your hair, you already know what time it is, bro. And I'm not talking about no, oh, pull your scalp and make it bleed type. I don't know what you got going on, but you did something, you gotta work it out. But other than that, if she's massaging your scalp and running her fingers all through your hair, yeah, you know. Number 4 is they'll do small stuff and play innocent. She could be caressing your arm and you could be like, hey, what you doing? And she'll be like, what? I'm not doing nothing. You had something on you. Yeah, you had something on you, all right. Number 5 is they'll take your stuff. Now, this goes over a lot of boys' heads. It doesn't matter what she takes. It could be your hat, your glasses, your jacket, your soul. It doesn't matter. She really only did that because 1, it's fun to see you try and get it back. And then 2, you gonna be touching all on her and stuff trying to get it back. Now, you may not like it, but she loves it.
So guys, you see this young lady, she's funny with the yeah, got it. It sounds like an old 1940s, 1930s gangster, right? Yeah, you see? So 5 things that girls do when they're flirting with you or whatever have you. I guess some of these things are like, it's kind of like high school things. I don't know the exact age this young lady is, but I can see some of them. So we're just gonna go over them real quick. So the first one, she said, women will smile at you when you're talking. And a lot of these things, and I'm just going to start with myself first. A lot of these things, you know, even in my 30s, I mean, smiling and stuff like that. But a lot of these things, I was actually with other women and they pointed these things out. And they were like, yeah, you was all cheesing in that girl's face. Or you was cheesing in her face and you was flirting with her because she was flirting with you. And I was like, she was flirting with me? That old ass lady was flirting with me? I couldn't tell she was flirting with me. And I would hit stuff like this. But yeah, one of those things where she said, smile at you when you're talking. You can see sometimes when you're talking to, and we're not talking about customer service smiling like, you know, hi, how's it going or whatever. We're talking about when you actually having a conversation and she's actually into your conversation and she's just smiling like incessantly, like cheesing. And while she's doing that, she's checking out other parts of your body while she's cheesing. So a lot of guys will miss this. And I know I've probably missed countless women doing that or whatever. And I didn't say anything or, you know, try to take it further and shoot my shot. But guys, be on the lookout for that. You know, if you're still confused, shoot your shot anyway, man. You never know. So the second one here, she says when they're pulling their pants up, that's one thing I definitely didn't know. I definitely didn't catch on to that. You know, obviously when women get up out of their chair or when you're walking in a place or whatever, when they start pulling their pants up and straightening their pants up, I just thought that that's something you naturally do or whatever. Not like, you know, that's the way she said it. It sounded like some high school shit, but it is what it is. If she pulls her pants up, maybe she's flirting with you. I don't know, but okay. Plays in your hair. Come on, man. I mean, how much more? Like, you got to be a straight up idiot if you know if a woman's playing in your hair that that she's not flirting with you at that point. Running circles, depending on what kind of hairstyle you got. A lot of you dudes like wearing hats and you keep your hat on in the shower. You know what I'm saying? You keep your hat on. When they tell you can't go in the club, you guys be like, hey, let's go to another club because you just don't want to take that hat off. You know, so if you got hair, you got locks, whatever it is you got, and the women playing in your hair, you damn right she flirting with you, man. That's a no-brainer. If you miss that, you know, we can't help you, man. The 4th one does small stuff, you know, touches you. Basically messing around, touching you, playing around. A lot of this stuff is high school stuff, but there are, whatever position, whether you're at a job and a woman's, you know, breaking that barrier, that touch barrier as what you should be doing on a first date, you know, that is to a certain extent, you could say if she's doing it like a lot, then you definitely like, yo, a lot of you guys like, JR, that's sexual harassment. Blah, 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 blah. She's touching you. Shoot your shot, man. I'm not saying for you to grope her or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? But if you're on a date, you have to break that touch barrier if you're on a date. But if she's just, out and about and a woman touches you, she's trying to break that barrier to let you know that it's okay. Everything's okay, guys. So anyway, the fifth one she has is take something from you to play around and you want to get it back from her. Basically, a lot of this shit is kid stuff. Women do this as well. It's cool to play fight. It's cool to play around as an adult. I always say, and I did a video and I might link it, for you guys to check it out. You should be like kids with your significant other, with just playing around with women just in general. You should be like a child to a certain extent. But when it's time to be a man, which we should all know, when it's time to be a man, you be a man. Same thing. That's how relationships last, man. You have to be like children. Children are always happy, playful, so on and so forth, play fighting, wrestling, things like that. Women like shit like that, man. They don't like just you being stiff and being a robot and shit. So with that being said, I'm going to get into a few of mine just to kind of add on for you guys to know this as a grown adult. This is just a few. This isn't the gospel, because a lot of you guys, JR, you missed this. Yeah. Yo, I don't care. This is my opinion from my experience. So anyway, man. So I put down, because I wrote down my notes here. So matter of fact, let me get my iPad. JR, are you supposed to talk without Man, anyway. A woman walks up to you and just starts small talk. You could be out in the mall, you could be out and about, in the grocery store, you could be on the job, and she just randomly puts herself in your sphere, in your area, because that's what women tend to do a lot of times. But if she goes as far as walking up to you, starting small talk, she's very bold. A lot of women, like I said, they'll just, put themselves in your vicinity so that, especially if they feeling themselves that day and they're wearing, such and such, something that's gonna get your attention, they'll do that. Or they'll ask you a question. When a woman starts asking you questions about yourself, bro, she's showing interest in you just out the blue, just starts asking you questions about something here, how to get to this. And it's clear that she could have asked someone else. Yo, by all means, shoot your shot, man. When a woman compliments you, or if a woman's constantly, and you coming across a woman, she's constantly complimenting you, she's flirting with you. JR, there's the women. JR, I complimented men all the time, but I don't feel. Why are you complimenting them? Are you complimenting a straight heterosexual male constantly? Why are you doing that? I'm just being nice. Maybe she's just being nice. All right, man. Whatever. Smiling at you. I'm going to throw that one in there. Smiling at you while she's talking to you. Or while you're talking to her. She's just like cheesing. You can tell when a woman's cheesing. You can see women blushing. A lot of times when you're talking to them, you're like, oh, okay, yeah. That's, as a grown ass man, you see that. Walk in front of you while you're doing something. Or stop and pause in the area that you're in. I already said that before. Playing with her hair. When she's talking to you, she's playing with her hair. That's another thing. As she's talking and she's looking you up and down, she could be playing with her hair. She could be moving her hair, touching her hair, things like that, for sure. And definitely if she's playing in your hair or wants to touch your hair or things like that, she's flirting with you. Common sense right there. If you just happen to have a conversation with a woman and she just bumps into you as you're walking, you guys are walking together, she's bumping into you or, touching you, so on and so forth, she's flirting with you, dog. So, there's a lot more stuff, but that's just some things based off of what she was talking about. So let me know what you guys think, because I know I've missed some stuff, because as men, we're a lot more straightforward. And a lot of times as you're going through these things, we miss these cues, these signs, these, as you guys say, these, not necessarily a choosing signal, but, just eye contact sometimes alone. If a woman's giving you eye contact, you never break it first. She needs to break it first. And if you just catch her looking at you, not to say she's flirting, but if she's basically making it obvious and smiling at you, she's flirting with you, man. So let me know what you guys think below. Make sure you guys like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hit me up on Calendly to book a one-on-one with yours truly. Make sure you guys pick up all my merch, all my books, all my t-shirts, things like that. Make sure you guys subscribe to my Patreon to start getting all that uncut content. The link is in the description below. And with that being said, this is Wisdom. Peace be upon you all, the mercy and blessings of the Almighty. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. I'm out of here. Peace.
It's God's beat maker.